time. Well, Prince Harry is finally going to get his day in court today after failing to turn up yesterday. But our reporter, TalkTV reporter Oliver Whitfield-Mirchich is waiting poised outside the High Court. Tell us what's going on. Good morning to you, Ollie.
Good morning, Julia.
Thank you very much. It's looking a bit grim and grey out there. I hope you survive any potential rain from I can see some moody-looking clouds out there. But Ollie, let's talk, before we get on to what happens today, what happened yesterday, because everyone was ready. We spoke to you in the morning, ready to go. Prince Harry has arrived in the country. He's going to be giving evidence. And then what happened?
Yeah, that's right. So yesterday morning we were saying, all depending on how long we expected those opening arguments to go on for, that was at the point that we were expecting to see Prince Harry. However, Prince Harry's barrister had a different idea. He said that because the Duke had flown in late on Sunday night from Los Angeles, that meant that he wouldn't be able to appear until Tuesday. That left the judge slightly surprised, in his words. He said that he had made a previous direction in which both sides had to have a witness ready in case the opening arguments went a little bit shorter. What the Mirror Group newspaper's legal team had done is they shortened their opening argument in the hopes that they would have longer to cross-examine Harry, but that didn't come to pass. The judge has said, though, that the court will sit for longer today and tomorrow if needed, so that they can get the proper scrutiny that they're seeking.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. If this was, and it was implied unsubtly by the Mirror's KC, Andrew Green, that this was a cunning way for Harry to have rather less time in the witness box being cross-examined, it really backfired, because the judge basically said you can have an extra half hour to the Mirror in return for that. This is very significant, isn't it? As we were discussing yesterday, it's the first time in 132 years that a senior royal is going to give evidence in a High Court and in the witness box. We're asking our audience today whether we think this phone hacking trial is going to help restore his reputation or whether it's going to further damage it. And there is a really big risk there for Prince Harry, isn't there, in terms of the sort of questioning you face under cross-examination in a court being rather different from a soft soap from Oprah Winfrey or Tom Bradby.
Yes, that's right. He is going to be under oath. He is going to be in front of a very seasoned barrister. King's Chamber, no less. So that means he is one of the best barristers in the country, and that man's job is to try to undermine every one of Prince Harry's words. Expect theatrics, expect different tricks that he's going to try to pull out. Maybe going back to previous questions to see if there's any discrepancies, trying to trip up Prince Harry, all in a bid to try to undermine him in front of the eyes of the judge, so that the judge ultimately rules in the favour of Mirror Group newspapers. But there's also going to be a chance for Prince Harry to speak to his own barrister. So there'll be two very different bits of testimony that we're expecting. When he first delivers evidence to his own barrister, it's probably going to be a little bit softer, more nicer towards his cause. But when he faces that opposing barrister, it is going to be quite tough.
It's going to be brutal, isn't it? I mean, this is the thing. There's no time for him and Meghan and our truth. And, you know, recollections may vary, as the Queen so wonderfully put it in that statement after that Oprah Winfrey interview, where, I mean, look, we saw this even with the supposed car chase, the highly dangerous, almost fatal car chase through the streets of Manhattan a couple of weeks ago. These claims from Harry and Meghan that happen, they just don't have the evidence to make those claims. Now, look, there's a lot of stuff here that's going to be in black and white. We've got the actual newspaper articles. We've got the people, the people who've been asked to give evidence, who actually wrote those articles about who was responsible for what and how they got that information. But this is not just about Prince Harry, is it? It involves lots of other celebrities, and it also involves a lot of other people who aren't well-known names.
Yes, that's right. There's four main claimants in this part of the court case, but it does cover a host of other celebrities. What they are alleging is that the Mirror has used various different means of gathering information illegally, listening into people's answer phone messages, using private investigators. The court case yesterday, we heard from the barrister representing Prince Harry that had led to a number of different stories, including those against his mother, Princess Diana, how private meetings with the former actor Michael Barrymore had then come to light. And he said that is surely proof enough that these stories were gathered illegally. However, on the opposing side, the Mirror's lawyers are saying there is no proof, show us that smoking gun. They're also saying that it would have been too reckless and dangerous for their journalists to do this because of the security operation around Prince Harry. They point to the fact that during the Metropolitan Police's investigation quite a few years ago, that Prince Harry was not informed at that time that he was being bugged. So this is going to come down to the balance of probabilities for the judge to decide which side he believes more.
Yeah. Might have been a good idea for Harry not to irritate, should we say, surprise the judge yesterday by not turning up. What time is it all going to kick off? When will we be hearing from you again?
So 10:30 is when it all kicks off. We're expecting Prince Harry here within, I'd say, the next hour, hour and a half. That'll give him time to get into the building, sit down with his lawyers, do that final bit of preparation before he goes in and is then scrutinised. The world's media is all here. Let's just have a quick look, if I can just...
I was just going to say, could you sweep it round? There are a lot of people there. Let's go all the way around.
This is, yeah, it's a proper media scrum that goes right down to the bottom of the road. The media pens right outside of the court are full to the brim as well. Everybody here in anticipation of this huge, huge court case, and it's going to be full of drama.
Absolutely. Well, Oliver Whitfield-Miocic, thank you so much. We'll come back to you. I know you're going to be there for us all day, all this week while that case is ongoing. We're going to talk to Rupert Bell in just a couple of moments, our royal reporter, about sort of, I suppose, Harry's vendetta against British media. But Tom Slater, who's editor at Spiked Online, is with us still. There's just no doubt at all, Harry has said, look, this is his life's work. He wants to sort of break the British media. He's got numerous other cases against other media groups also ongoing. And, he wants his pound of flesh.
He does. He loves a crusade and he loves the drama. And I think we'll see those two things come together today. Whether or not it will be actually to his benefit or not remains to be seen.
Yeah, that's the question we're asking this morning. Will his phone hacking trial help restore his reputation or further damage it? And you think probably damage it?
Well, I think longer term, just because I think that the more that people are exposed to Harry and the more that they kind of get that whiff of victimhood that he has around him, the more people find it off-putting. There's a lot of sympathy for him, the life that he's led, the tragedies in his life and so on. But it does become a certain point in which you are a literal royal complaining about the gutter press reporting on your life, and that's after a while that's going to test
especially
people's
when
patience.
I wonder how much the factor is the fact that you have, for millions of pounds, sold your private life yourself. If he'd gone away and wanted a private life, I'd have applauded him and his wife for doing so. But he's literally sold. It's only a matter of time before we see those. If they had another kid, they'd put that on video on pay-per-view. There is nothing they won't sell. I wonder how much that undermines things.